In this video, I will show you how to choose the right material to make your food adhesive labels water resistant and waterproof. Hello everybody, my name is Stefano from Labelado. So you have your food product ready and you're deciding to create professionally an adhesive label. Your product will end up in places where there's a huge amount of humidity, or the product will be immersed in water, or will be used by people that have wet hands. So the label can be actually damaged. But there are materials that are wet, humidity and water resistant. So it really depends on your budget and the vision that your company has. So if you want to go more natural and eco-friendly, you will choose certain materials compared to others. So number one, a material that is widely used in the food industry is coated paper. Coated paper is paper made with pulp that can be both varnish glossy or matte. The thing that you need to ask to your label supplier is that coated paper will have wet strength, wet resistance, because there are coated papers that are not waterproof. What's wet strength? Wet strength is a chemical process that makes the pulp of the paper more water resistant. If your product will end up in an ice bucket, then this will not be enough. So coated papers, wet strength coated papers, can be one of the cheapest and most affordable options. Number two, plastic. Polypropylene, PET, PVC, there are many kinds of polymers. So if you need to put this label on something that will be inside of a refrigerator, if this label needs to be put in a place where there's cold temperatures, plastic will score much better. As coated paper, plastics can be varnished both glossy or matte if you want to give it a more luxurious feeling, but anyway, it will still look like plastic. So the next paper that we'll talk about will still be waterproof, but it will have a more natural look. The next paper is natural paper. Natural paper, as coated paper, which we discussed about before, is not always water resistant. You need to ask your label supplier for the wet strength, the water resistant, the plus version of the paper. That paper will be a bit more expensive, but it will have a chemical substance inside of the paper, so no actual plastic, but a chemical substance that makes it more water resistant, so resistant to humidity. The next step, if you have a higher budget and your product, it needs to be resistant to rain and downpours, but you also want to have the natural feeling or a coated paper, then you want to get to the barriers. Barrier papers are some of the most expensive papers because they are actually two materials combined together. So you can take a coated paper or a natural paper and ask your supplier if there's the barrier version of that paper. And a barrier paper is actually, for example, the natural paper with beneath it a barrier of 20 microns of polyethylene usually. So a plastic, and plastic will make it more sturdy and resistant. After the plastic, there's the adhesive, so it will be one label, thicker, obviously thicker, and it will be very water and ice resistant. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos about e-commerce, packaging and designing your products. Don't forget to hit the like button if this video was helpful for you, and if it was helpful for you, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And if you have more questions, write them down in the comment section and I will be very glad to answer back to each one of them. And as always, love you all. Ciao!